We're like the house that gives out life lessons instead of candy.
This is Good Morning KU.
That's right. Alongside my good buddy Bryce Harper, a.k.a. Ben Allen, I'm Johnny Gomes from the world champion Boston Red Sox, also known as Brett Ivy. Ben, how you doing this fine morning, bud?
It's a clown question, bro. It's a clown question.
Anyway, so, it is Halloween. It's going to be a fun day for a lot of people. There's going to be tons of people dressed up around campus, but let's think about, our past Halloweens. What's your favorite Halloween memory, Ben?
Favorite Halloween memory? Probably dressing up as Jango Fett for about 3 years in a row. I mean, I haven't dressed up in 7 years, but 3 years in a row, rocking the big helmet, the whole Star Wars thing, running around, with blasters, didn't use the lightsabers, but it was pretty fun. What about you?
Nice. Okay, well, let's see. Well, last time I dressed up, it was in 5th grade, officially. I was dressed up and trick-or-treated. I went as a man with a mustache, which is, as you can see,
it's
extended
grown from then.
It really has grown. It makes me feel like more of a man, and that's okay. It's a fun time.
Did you notice that people out in the Union are dressed up just as crazy as we are today?
I know, it's really fun. I walked up to the Union today. I saw a man in a Hooters uniform, and it was really fun, really funny stuff. And I'm just excited to see what everyone around campus is dressed up as today.
We actually do have a view from what people are dressed up like. Can we try to see if we can get that? Oh wow, wow! We have Cat Lady here.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is
let's
Kitty.
see. Our friend Rebecca is out there
like a
today.
cat.
Rebecca, who do we have first?
Her name's Kitty, and she's dressed up like a cat. So ironic.
That's great. I like the whole face paint thing. What can you ask her? Let's see. Why she chose to paint her face like that today?
Why did you choose to paint your face? She says it was just something to do this morning.
Nice, not bad, not bad. Well, let me see. That's adorable. That's adorable. But let's see, Ben.
think you're adorable.
That's really cool.
That's good. But what do we have next?
I don't know. Let's see. What do we have next?
All right, now we have Matt, and he's
Oh,
dressed
wow.
up like a
Oh
Hershey's
my
Kiss.
goodness
very
gracious!
bright and
It looks like a
shiny.
giant Hershey's Kiss.
That's
Oh,
very
that's what it
shiny.
is.
I like it. So, can you ask him what he is today?
What are you today?
I'm a Hershey's Kiss.
He's a Hershey's Kiss.
That's great. That's adorable. And let's see. We have one more as well. Can you go and show us our third?
Yeah, we have one more. She's actually
Wow,
on
that's
the
blue.
phone
Oh
now.
my!
Wow, that's blue.
But she's a blue book fairy. I don't know if you could tell.
That is very
There
blue.
she is.
It's adorable.
Is there a face?
Oh, well, she's
not
busy.
Right now.
Oh, too good for us
Well,
on Good
let's
Morning
see.
KU.
We're going to come back a little bit later into the show and check up on all of our costume friends today, Ben. So, Ben, what was your favorite of the three?
I don't know. The Hershey Kiss one was the most unique one I've ever
It
seen.
was. Oh, the blue fairy, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. The Hershey's Kiss. It looked just
pretty
delicious.
intense.
In fact, that reminds me of some chocolate. What's your favorite kind of Halloween candy you have,
Favorite
Ben?
kind of Halloween candy. See, I'm pretty lame. I'm liking the coconut, so a mound.
A mound
that's always
is good.
That always keeps me happy.
Mound is good. See, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a regular old Hershey's bar, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best.
It's
you
classic.
can't beat it. It may get caught in my beard from time to time when I eat it.
yeah.
Sometimes because it melts on my beard. That's not my fault. It's the candy's fault, but it's just so delicious.
And I know it's something that we have to bring up, but you're dressed up as Johnny Gomes today, the hero from last night. What was that like last night?
Oh man, watching the Red Sox win the World Series for the first time since 2007 was incredible. I'm a huge Red Sox fan. This is like the third or fourth time I mentioned it on Good Morning KU. But I'm ecstatic. I was on the phone last night with my good buddy Hunter, who goes to Pitt State. And we just talked for about 30 minutes about how awesome the Red Sox are, and I'm so pumped for like the next year and even just the upcoming couple months.
I'm calling it now, guys. This jersey next year is going to be rocked in the World Series, and Harper's going to be hitting a walk-off grand slam. I think Game 7, maybe against your Red Sox. Maybe
we'll
you
see
guys
what
will get
happens.
back there. Maybe you'll get back there.
We'll see what happens. But right now we actually have some more costumes ready to go.
Do we really?
Okay. Well, it looks like we got a referee on today down in the market down at the Kansas Union. So right now we're going to head to a quick commercial break, but when we do, we'll come back with some more costumes for you. We'll be right back right after this.
That sounds awful, but a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
We are back with our good friend Kyle Bishop. Kyle, how you doing today,
Doing
bud?
great. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. Not too bad. And Kyle, you have a position on the Student Advisory for Financial Education, correct?
Yeah, I'm one of the members.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about your position and what you do here at KU?
Well, Student Advocates for Financial Education is an organization. We're just going out spreading the good news that you can take care of your finances. You have the responsibility to do it yourself. And I'm really just kind of trying to come out and promote the organization, get the word out, and we host events. And that's just what we're trying to do on campus.
That's great. That's great. Now, what are some of your main tips for kids who are trying to, who may not have the best finances, who may spend a little bit too much money? What are some tips for them that you have that to kind of help them stretch their dollar a little bit?
Yeah. The main tip that I would say that could apply for anyone is just having a budget. If you don't track where your money is going, you're going to end up wondering where it went at the end of the week. So just tracking those expenses, there's an app you can download on your phone. It's called Mint. And every time you make a purchase or a decision, you can go ahead and just go into your phone, track the purchase, and then match it up with your budget and just see how things are going, and that'll help you with your finances like that. That's
great. I know myself, I ended up sometimes, especially last year, spending way too much money by the end of the year. Just kind of, fast food is very tempting. What are some another tips that you can say, to help kids like just hold back sometimes on spending to kind of get rid of those impulse buys?
Yeah, that would just be you'd have to just make a goal if you wanted to stop eating fast food or whatever. I've cut it out of my diet and just kind of realize that it's not the best decision for you, and you got to work harder towards it. Maybe just cut back. I can only eat fast food once or twice a week, and then kind of track with set aside $50 for fast food or $25, and then just kind of cut away at it until you can eliminate that habit.
That's great. That's awesome. And so I really hope that kids will be able to learn, how to manage their expenses. Because right now, what does it say for someone like who's our age, who's like maybe a sophomore or junior in college, to be able to learn how to like manage their expenses?
Well, it just takes education, really, and that's what we're all about. There's an office called Student Money Management Services on the 3rd floor in the Union. I actually work for them. And if you're having trouble with your finances, you're not quite sure what all these things mean, like an APR and interest rates and what a loan is, what it means to be unsubsidized, subsidized, you can just come into our office, and we're just the Office of All Things Financial on campus. We'll walk you through whatever you need help on, whether it's budgeting, savings, credit, debit, checking, anything like that. You can come in on the 3rd floor of the Union.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's something I know I'll be using sometime in the near future for sure. But now let's kind of change topics a bit. It's Halloween. What are some of your favorite Halloween memories as a kid, or maybe even now in college?
Oh my goodness. I just really enjoyed dressing up and going to school as a little kid, and then going out and doing Halloween stuff. I'd always have like a pillow sack so I could get more candy and stuff. Mom just drove me around all the neighborhoods and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I know that was something I used to do too. We always used to drive around our small town and just kind of pick up as much candy as possible. And I was kind of asking this question of Ben, but what is your favorite kind of Halloween candy that you like to eat, Kyle?
Oh my goodness. One year, I got a hot dog for Halloween, and I actually enjoyed that more than any kind of candy I've ever gotten. I'm not a big sweets fan. So
all right, there you go.
Does that count as an answer?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Hot dogs for Halloween. You learned to hear first from Good Morning KU. Well, let's see. I think that's going to do it for Kyle. Thank you for joining us this morning, Kyle.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Nice being on.
All right, when we come back, we'll be back with a KU legend and a superhero doing the news. Be right back right after this.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi and welcome back. I'm Mark Mangino.
And I'm Batman. Here's today's news. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons announced today that all machinery to produce chemical weapons in Syria has been destroyed. The next step will include removing about 1,000 metric tons of chemical waste from the country. The OPCW says the Syrian government has been cooperating.
Members of the Oneida Indian Nation want to meet with NFL officials about changing the name of the Washington Redskins. The Oneida believe that the term Redskins is offensive to their culture. They asked to meet with all 32 NFL owners and Commissioner Roger Goodell during the Super Bowl week to discuss the issue.
A new dolphin species has been discovered off the coast of Australia. The new dolphin was classified as a humpback dolphin. Scientists have examined skulls and collected tissue samples from the humpback dolphins from the eastern Atlantic to the western Pacific to analyze DNA variations and identify 4 different species.
President Obama's approval rating has hit an all-time low at 42%. According to NBC News, this is because of a rocky October, and Americans are becoming more pessimistic about which way the country is continuing to grow.
On campus, the Parking Commission is sponsoring an open forum to receive feedback on parking issues and review changes for the 2013-2014 academic year. The forum will be held on Thursday, November 7th at 2 p.m. in the Relays Room at the Burge Union. General issues included in these comments will be summarized and shared with the Parking Commission.
And the Boston Red Sox are the 2013 World Series champions. They defeated the St. Louis Cardinals last night by a score of 6-1 to clinch their third World Series title in 10 years. And it was the first time the Red Sox had clinched a World Championship in Boston in 95 years. Red Sox designated hitter David Ortiz won the Series MVP award while boasting a .688 batting average in the Fall Classic.
And that's it for today's news. After a short break, we'll be back with the baseball boys.
Keep sawing wood, Lawrence, Kansas.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding? Your proposal is ridiculous.
You have no right to call
You are the worst example of
I
politics.
stand for something.
Flip-flop.
I stand for something.
Flip-flopper, flip-flopper.
Your proposal is ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
That's the power of one. I motion that I be issued the timeout. And
Wow. Me too.
yeah, for sure, you should get a timeout.
I apologize.
And I motion that I start showing more respect.
Civility. Pass it on.
Well, welcome back to Good Morning KU. And as we said, it's Halloween, if you haven't noticed. And I think, Brett, we've seen a lot of people dressed up here today.
Yeah.
But I think there's more people out in the union,
I think
aren't
we
there?
have Rebecca with some more folks out. All right, Rebecca, who do we have here?
All right, so this is Keith. And what are you, Keith?
I'm an Air Force Airman.
An Air Force Airman.
Nice. I like it. I like the little camo touch. Camo is very fall right now. It's very
Guys.
in. I like it quite a bit.
Thank you for serving our country.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
for serving our country.
Oh yeah, you bet. You bet. Welcome.
He says
All right,
you're welcome.
awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. And Ben, all right, that's awesome stuff. And I love seeing people in costume. I think that's a lot of fun. But real quick, I want to touch on one quick topic that we heard in the news today from our good friends Batman and Mark Mangino. Everyone is up in arms about the whole Redskins controversy. Yeah. No one's even talking about the Chiefs or anything or any kind of thing about the name there. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I just think that's kind of an interesting thing that everyone's on the Redskins case about their name.
Well, there's one particular piece that goes with it. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are Chiefs. There are things that you hear all the things about the Atlanta Braves and all these other teams. But the thing with the Redskins is it's a derogatory name. It's like the one thing I've always heard that would be offensive to a lot of Hispanic people is if you called a team the Wetbacks. If you called a team like that, it's about the same comparison when you're calling someone,
okay,
something like that.
All right, good point. Good point. All right, and one other thing, let's talk a little bit about KU basketball. They won against Pitt State in their first exhibition game on Tuesday. Excuse me. But it looks like they will be missing a key piece for their first game against Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, Nadir Tharp decided to go back up to Chicago with Jamari Traylor, who many of us know is pretty good friends with him on the basketball team,
right.
They're buds. But he decided to go up to Chicago and play in an unauthorized exhibition game. You're allowed to play in games when you're back home, but as we just said, Jamari's from Chicago, Nadir's not. So when he was playing in that game, he was actually not supposed to be, and it's gonna cost him one game.
Exactly. He's out for the first game against, like I said, Louisiana Monroe. Luckily, though, they will be sticking around for the second game 4 days later against Duke, which will maybe the biggest challenge for KU all season, and especially this early in the season. It's good that they'll have a leader on the floor in Nadir.
Yeah, true.
Alrighty. So. Well, let's see. We do have I think that's going to do it for us today. It's good to see that we have a whole bunch of people in costume, not only out there.
We have more people in here.
We do.
We have more people in here.
So before we go,
let's get a look at everybody
all of
here.
Our friends right there. All right, from Good Morning KU. All right, but for Ben Allen, I am Brett Ivy. Have a great day, KU.
Stay classy.